Hey guys, what's up? Best Primer on YouTube, and today I'm going to be reacting to These Foods Are Making You Ugly.
In this one, I'm going to talk about 3 foods or types of foods that are making you ugly. Number 1.
Okay, no shit. You're going to be bloated if you eat a ton of sugar. Obviously, you're going to be storing a ton of water away, and you're going to have advanced glycogen products building up in your skin, zapping the collagen out of your skin. You're going to have dog shit, fucking, what's it called? Wrinkly skin, idiot.
Refined and
My fault. You're not an idiot. My fault.
free sugars. So refined and free sugars basically cause a blood sugar spike.
Well, yeah, obviously, because high blood sugar is toxic. You don't want to have high blood sugar, floating around in your veins. No shit.
And this then causes an insulin spike because it's trying to
Take it to your cells and get it out of your fucking bloodstream.
lower the blood sugar and store the extra energy. So the body will store the energy either in the liver or in the muscles via glycogen stores or as adipose tissue.
Well, it's going to store it as adipose tissue. For example, it's going to be a long-chain fatty acid converted in your liver by de novo lipogenesis if your muscle and liver glycogen are full. Okay?
In other words,
So if you don't eat that many fucking carbs like a retard, then you should be fine.
fat. These blood sugar spikes, they will worsen your body composition. They will increase the risk of acne because
Okay, what's the mechanism of that?
it's correlated.
Okay, so you just say it's correlated. Okay.
Blood sugar spikes,
No evidence.
they often cause acne.
And I'm not saying it doesn't cause acne, but you also got to see that people that have acne usually have terrible diets and terrible environments. So it's not really a good assertion, but
If you're genetically prone to it, they can speed up hair loss because insulin spikes, they have been shown to overactivate the 5-AR enzyme, which converts testosterone to DHT. And also these blood sugar spikes, they can increase your skin.
increase your skin. Okay. Okay, you just made a mistake. Age your skin via glycation. Yeah, it's going to make AGEs and it's going to bind to collagen and shit, make your skin wrinkly, make you chopped as a bitch. Yeah.
Glycation. Here's a table with the glycemic.
So the guy pulls up the GI table, looks like it's from fucking chat, and he doesn't understand that your hormone levels, your age, your fucking sex, your height, your activity level all go into your GI, glycemic index, whatever. So basically, all of these are just arbitrary bullshit numbers that don't mean anything to anybody, except the people that were tested to get these numbers. And I don't know who the fuck that was. It's not me. So yeah, this is completely useless data. I don't know why I'm looking at it.
Index of certain foods. Now, just because one is high, that doesn't mean you should not consume it, but this is going to be much higher when it comes to refined carbs and also free sugars, and especially junk food. So things that have white flour or white sugar, they're going to have by far the most glycemic index. So try to eat more whole foods that have either low or moderate glycemic index
We don't know what a glycemic index is, but
value, and try to avoid ultra-processed carbs and refined carbs,
well, that's fucking obvious.
free sugars, etc. Number 2, foods that are high in advanced glycation end products.
Okay. So he says foods high in advanced glycogen end products, advanced glycation end products, whatever. But I don't think he understands that the AGEs that matter are the ones that you get endogenously by having a spiked glucose level in your bloodstream. Because that's where the glycation damage is going to be happening. You're not going to incur the glycation damage by ingesting advanced glycogen products. Now, he pulls up this this little graph, and yeah, overcooked. I don't think you should be overcooking your shit anyway. And this is wheat to begin with, but yeah, never eat that. But you shouldn't be cooking your shit that crazily anyway, because yeah, you're going to make AGEs, but the worst part is you're going to be destroying most of the nutrients and you're going to make it harder to digest. You're going to denature the proteins. You're going to do all that bullshit. The AGEs are literally the last thing that matter when it comes to cooking, dude.
Here's a graph showing the increase in
You barely absorb any AGEs.
carboxymethyllysine the more you cook something. So carboxymethyllysine is CML, which is one advanced glycation end product. It's one AGE. And you can see that the more you cook something, the higher in AGEs. So in this case,
But yeah, I don't recommend you cook your shit at all to begin with. But like, if you're going to cook your shit, don't cook it to death.
carboxymethyllysine, it's going to be. Here's a table showing certain
Another ChatGPT graph, and I guess he's going to recommend tofu for your phytoestrogens and black beans for your lectins to destroy your gut, make your gut permeable, give you depression, all that shit. And he doesn't understand, again, that you're not going to absorb these AGEs, or you're going to absorb it in a very, very like negligible amount. Like, that's the last thing you should worry about, AGEs from fucking food exogenously. Like, what?
foods and comparing their
Same thing with endotoxins, but that's another story.
AG content. And one thing that you'll notice is that, of course, processed meats, for example, bacon, is going to have the most
Bacon is 20 million times healthier than fucking black beans, dude.
by far. And the more you cook something, the more AGEs it's going to produce.
Yeah, obviously. So don't cook your shit to death.
But here's something interesting. When you compare legumes, for example, in this case,
yeah, legumes which are impossible to eat in their natural state because you'll fucking die. Try to eat some kidney beans or some black beans. Come on, without cooking them, obviously, you'll fucking die.
Black beans. It has much.
It's poisonous, so you gotta cook it to denature all the fucking toxins in it, dude.
Lower AGE.
So yeah, you should definitely eat that. That's very intuitive to do.
Content than even raw salmon or raw red meat and tofu, for example. Even
yeah, that's a fucking mistake, dude.
Sauteed tofu, which is basically cooked, it still has a significantly lower AGE content than raw red meat. So if you want to minimize advanced glycation end products, then you should prioritize stuff like legumes when it comes to protein source compared to...
It's such a boring fucking video, dude. I'm just looking at a black screen chat GPT fucking graph. Like, come on.
Even raw red meat. Advanced glycation and
raw red meat is the best food ever.
Products have been proven to damage...
Well, no shit. Advanced glycation end products damage stuff when it's floating around in your bloodstream, but guess what? It has to get into your bloodstream. It's not going to get into your bloodstream by eating it in a fucking steak. Like what?
Collagen and elastin. So they worsen skin aging overall. So if you want...
Yes.
On an age...
From sugar endogenously when it reacts with shit in your bloodstream and your cells.
Faster, then eat the foods that are highest on the list. And if you want to age slower, then prioritize the things that are the lowest in AGE content. For example, legumes. And
yeah, that's such a fucking mistake, dude. Your recommendations are terrible.
In this case, black beans. Number 3.
The fuck is wrong with you? High saturated fat intake. So please tell me, please, how getting all the fat soluble vitamins and eating what you're made out of make you fucking what? Ugly? Yeah, come on, dude. Let me know.
Foods that are high in saturated fat. So dietary saturated fat is actually the biggest predictor and the biggest cause of high LDL.
Okay, first of all, LDL, an arbitrary number, and he also does not understand that most of the time people don't measure LDL, they measure proxy measures, so people don't even ever know their LDL number, fucking ever. So fuck yourself.
Even more so than dietary cholesterol. And
yeah, dietary cholesterol is fucking barely absorbed. How do you not know this? Oh my goodness. Dietary cholesterol barely increases your fucking blood levels of cholesterol. Like, you don't absorb it. All the extra cholesterol you fucking eat is just fucking excreted, dude. Come on.
And this is a huge predictor of heart disease mortality.
No, it's fucking not, dude.
So if you want to minimize your chance of getting heart disease, then you should minimize things like butter.
Okay, butter, so you're not going to get any A, D3, E, and K2. So yeah, go fuck yourself.
And red meat.
And butter's pretty good in B7 also.
Dairy.
Red meat, so you're not going to get any of the B vitamins and the amino acids like creatine, carnitine, taurine, all shit like that. Okay, fuck yourself.
Processed.
Dairy, so you're not going to get any. Dairy pretty much has every single nutrient and very nice dairy fats, so you're an idiot.
Meat.
Processed meat is still better than anything that you said earlier, like tofu and legumes, so yeah, you're also a fucking moron.
And basically, animal fat in general, it's high in saturated fat.
Well, yeah, you're made out of saturated fat, but you're going to go eat some fucking seed oils or something, incorporate that into your cell membranes, huh, bitch?
And even though...
Yeah, 2.
Biochemically, saturated fat has...
Yep. Yeah, this guy's so stupid. Like, he knows that it's more stable. He definitely doesn't know that when you make saturated fat, or when you make fat by eating too many carbohydrates in your liver, it's saturated fat. He doesn't know this. So he just says a bunch of random shit. It's the most stable. Your body would only fucking make this.
Has no double bonds, so therefore it's more stable against lipid peroxidation. When we look at
yes, that's good. So what's your fucking point? You just proved my own point.
Outcomes. The higher the dietary cholesterol and dietary saturated fat, the higher the risk of developing heart.
Okay, so this idiot pulled up RCT controls with statins. I just fucking dropped my egg. This dude pulls up RCT control trials with statins, like Big Pharma didn't fund that. Okay, that's pretty retarded. Prospective cohort studies, complete dog shit. It's just epidemiology. It's basically just surveys. Go fuck yourself. And then Mendelian randomization, that's where they track your genes, but they don't actually track your LDL number. So that's like studying me for being 6'5", but I'm 6 foot, but I have a gene to be 6'5". That's the same shit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. You're a moron.
Heart disease. This is true regardless of whether you look at observational studies or genetic studies or randomized controlled trials. And
with statins. And also, if you take a statin, you're going to get ALS probably. You're going to get nerve damage. Statins are one of the worst things you could possibly do to yourself.
And with a lot of...
You're going to die to the flu.
nutrients. There's a U-shaped curve. There's a certain amount that is not too much and not too little, and you need to sit within that perfect range. However, with LDL, which is short for low
Fuck yourself.
density lipoproteins, it is not a
I can't lie, this is just a complete ChatGPT script, dude. This is hard to watch. It's actually hard to watch. LDL, double dash, low density lipoprotein, that's like, come on, dude. Come on.
U-shaped curve. It is a straight line.
Oh my gosh, that means that LDL will instantly kill you, even though it's essential. Your body just makes stuff to kill you because your body's retarded.
Lower you get, the lower the chance. So the lower your saturated fat intake and dietary cholesterol intake, the lower the chance of developing heart disease.
You don't understand what healthy user bias is, unhealthy user bias. You don't understand confounding variables. You don't understand anything about statistics. So why are you making this assertion? Fuck boy.
This is not just one correlation, this is causation. When people criticize data when it comes to LDL, they criticize observational data.
No, I'm criticizing fucking everything. I just explained that, bud.
But they ignore the fact that genetic studies and randomized controlled trials using humans show the exact same pattern. It's both correlation and causation. So if you want to minimize...
And he also doesn't even realize the absolute difference is like fucking basically nothing. It's ignorable.
Heart disease, you should minimize stuff like butter, red meat, dairy,
Yep, don't get any nutrients and become docile and become a little grain-eating little bitch. Nice.
processed meat, etc. And saturated fat will also increase your inflammatory markers.
You don't even know what a fucking inflammatory marker is. Explain to me what C-reactive protein is, bud.
Which is why you see carnivores have terrible blood work.
Well, you don't know how to interpret blood work. I'm not saying I'm a carnivore. I'm not saying I'm not. But, dude, they're just fucking arbitrary numbers, man. Like, come on.
Even those that say that it's the ideal human diet, whenever they show you their blood test, it's always way too high in LDL.
Oh my gosh. So what is the basis of high LDL, buddy? It's been dropping for the past 50 fucking years.
Too high in cortisol, they have nutrient deficiencies, etc.
What nutrients?
So don't trust what people say. Trust how their blood work
But you don't know how to fucking interpret blood work, bud.
looks like. And I plan to do a blood test soon, and then I'll share
It's going to come back like shit, even on your basis, fuckboy.
it. And then you'll see that my advice actually works when
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're a bitch.
it comes to health. So again, minimize stuff like butter, red meat, dairy, and processed meats if you want to minimize the risk of heart disease, but also if you want to improve your looks, because all these...
How the fuck? All right, wait. I low-key forgot the vid. How the fuck is having high LDL and eating a lot of saturated fat, how the fuck is that going to make you ugly? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? This dude's just making random ChatGPT scripts, and he's just going off of that. Like, all my shit's off the dome. Like, you niggas should know this. My shit's off the fucking dome.
things, they're high in advanced glycation and
I'm not saying it's bad to prepare for a vid, but like, dude, none of these ideas are yours.
products. They're high in pro-inflammatory compounds, so they're going to increase pro-inflammatory cytokines like TNF-alpha and IL-6, as well
How so?
as increase C-reactive protein markers. So again,
Wait, how does it do that?
this is going to be better
Oh, wait, he's not going to tell me? Okay, nice. Nice. Fucking retard.
for your health and also your looks. And by the way,
How? How's it going to be fucking good for my looks? Jeez.
if you want to find out how to become more...
Nope, you're fucking stupid. This is my second time recording because I deleted that bit the first time, but from the looks of this guy, I mean, it's just not looking too great. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't understand science. Pretty sure he just copy and paste a ChatGPT script onto a Word doc and reads off of that. That's why he doesn't have his face cam on. As y'all know, all my shit's off the dome, which, I mean, I'm not hating on him, obviously, but I'm hating on him for his bad info. And it also seems like he doesn't like meat eaters, like people that mostly eat meat, pause. So, I mean, that's obviously the most optimal thing you could do. So he just wants to guzzle down carbohydrates and sugar and cokes and shit like that. So, yeah, this guy's not the best to be getting your advice from. Maybe for the looksmaxxer and shit, because maybe he's good at that. But he clearly doesn't understand nutrition and health. So I would not go to this guy for that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.